Okay, so I got back in to the fishing game. I don't really remember what the last update was about, but I'll show you kind of where things are right now. I just downloaded this. It said this asset was going to be free, but then it ended up being like $3 or something, so whatever. Anyway, so it can still move around, and all this movement works with joystick. I'm using Unity's new input system or whatever. I've got stamina bar, which works same as before. Yeah, still works same as before. I got a little simple level system, which none of this is exactly where I want it to be, but it's good for now. I'm using an animation graph for the EXP curve. I've also got, you can see some fish, and it's kind of hard to see, but they are animated. I made that little fish model yesterday and threw that in there with a simple animation. Also stats, which it won't update while I'm on the screen, but they do go up. Again, just simple little implementations of it. I got these little buttons working. I can cast, and that's using the physics system instead of the other parable thing. My reeling, yeah, a lot of little things to fix for now, but and also I can't get out now, so I'm stuck. But I did quite a bit of work yesterday, but throughout the week, I don't know, I was just stuck. I didn't know what I wanted to do next, and I couldn't figure out in my head how I was ever going to get items implemented and all that. But then I just woke up yesterday and was just thinking all the different ways that I potentially could do it using lists and adding affixes to items and stuff. I was just stuck. I had just finished this other guy's Greg Does Dev or something on YouTube. Had this really amazing walkthrough on his inventory system, which was really similar to the one that I wanted in my game. So I was really happy to find that, and just a great video and a great tutorial, and I'll show you how it works. Pretty simple, but zoom in here. Items spawn in, and you can move them. And I made these little sprites here, but you know, this is a real inventory system that works. And the cool thing is I should just be able to copy paste. I think I'd have to inventory controller canvas. I think I'd have to, I don't know, let's try to just copy paste. They ended up behind, but yeah, so you know, if I want to have multiple inventories or a stash or anything like that, should be able to do that with this. It's not implemented in my game yet, but I have it here. I wasn't sure if I wanted to figure out how to do stackable items in here, or might just leave that. I'm not sure if I want to do stackable items anyway, but it shouldn't be too bad. And then I think there were some issues with the base implementation of moving the grid around on runtime. But he's got a great Discord, and he's active in there, and he's answering all kinds of questions, and so is everybody else in there. So I should be able to get to where I need to with this inventory system, which I was really stoked about. And then I don't think anything too crazy in here. You can see the fish. The fish spawn is very similar to the other spawn, but we can see them animate a little bit. Right now, I'm just spawning them in the center roughly. There they go. But you can see they're swimming, and this is just gonna be just a base representation of the fish. I think I'm gonna have them swimming around in shadows, and then I should be able to, for example here, which one has the script on it? I guess this. Debug. Water preference. Okay. Yeah, I'm not doing anything. I'm not assigning their water preference or their depth preference yet. But it should be on the scriptable object. And the material's empty too. But there's green. Oh yeah, I can just edit that anyway. So not too much, but I was happy with what got done yesterday. These should all be children of this too, but I guess not. The fish spawner. I was doing this at the end of yesterday, and it was really like hurting my brain just because I've been working on the game for like 10 hours at that point. But I have Fish SO over here, which all the fish have, and then if I want to make a fish, I can just do that really quick. So if I go to scriptable objects here, create fish. So now I have my new fish over here. Get off of debug. New fish. So boom, I do the name, can change the weight, can set water preference. So where it should spawn, and then the fish spawner will take that data and determine which fish to spawn in which water. Same with the depth preference. I don't know. I'm going back and forth if I want to have the fish swim within their zones, or how I want to handle when you catch a fish. Is the fish already have all that data, or do I assign that data when the fish gets hooked based on where your lure is and all that? So not really sure if how I want to do that, but a couple different options anyway, and that will be easy to do stuff with in the future, or it should be anyway. So nothing too crazy, but a little bit of progress. A lot of things to fix, a lot of things that are kind of half implemented. My fish controller over here, I just did a simple little state machine instead of the big one that my player uses. But it should be enough for my purposes, for just, a simple little AI wandering around and all that. Shouldn't be too bad. The player, how I'm doing the lure, I changed that to use the physics system. So it went from where's the old code? Yeah, so this is the old cast lure, and I needed to calculate travel speed and all that because I was actually manually moving the lure in an arc. So it was like this. Where's the end region? So all of this essentially served the same purpose as this. So when I cast the lure now, on enable start, here you go. So cast lure. So I'm just using the cast power that was generated and adding a force at, and that's the direction. So that should be up and oh no, to the right and then up a little. I don't know. I just threw these in there to get it working, but this came together and it worked out really great in the meantime. And then I'm also, for the lure sink, I'm able to use the drag on the rigid body itself on the lure. So I don't know. That just wanted to try something different for this kind of version, and it didn't work out too bad. So I think that's about it. I really want. I don't know. I just have a path forward now. During the week, I just felt like writer's block or something. I didn't know what I wanted to do next, or how to implement. Because I have to at least convince myself that the final product is within reach, or it's hard to continue. Um, so not being able to figure out, I don't know how affixes are going to happen or whatever. Um, it's just like, well, why even bother if I can't implement that? Because like if I can't get to where roughly where I want to be, then it's not really. It's hard for me to see a point. But I woke up yesterday with um, a bunch of ideas about how to implement that stuff, or at least conceptually, and reminded myself that none of this is impossible. Like, what am I on the canvas here? And there's so many resources, out there for doing all this stuff, and so many games have implemented the stuff that I want to implement. So it's there. I just gotta figure out how to do it, and it'll take some work. I gotta implement the inventory system. That'll be at least a whole day. Probably trying to get that working in a base level way, and then fixing everything else that comes up. So anyway, that's a little update there. Really looking forward to getting some fish here and logging them and collection log and all that. I think that'll be really cool. All right, bye.